So currently I'm in my native Bihar here, and what an amazing view to click my videos here. So I have the marigold fields on one side and wheat fields ready to be harvested, and I couldn't have asked for a better location to start a new series, Who is this lens, or in fact who is this focal length for. Now to give you a bit of history, so I recently bought a 24 mm lens and I wanted to start a video series, in fact what actually inspires us to go ahead and purchase a particular focal length. I already have a 24 mm 1.4 lens for DSLR, and I thought to justify my purchase, I'll try to start a new series in terms of what prompts us to really go ahead and buy a particular focal length. Now, I'm kick-starting this particular video with the 24 mm lens, and I would love to hear an opinion from you in terms of what focal length I should be choosing for my next video. So do leave me a comment below. I'll really be happy to address them and probably pick it up in my next video. So I'm going to keep the base as a 50 mm lens, and I'll do some comparison with a 50 mm lens which is more of a standard lens. And so for example, if I'm picking up a wide angle lens, say like a 24 mm lens, then I will try to see what is the difference and how wide, or is it really much more useful if you have to pick and compare it to say a standard lens like 50 mm. So I have been shooting few of the videos in the wheat fields, but I felt a little uncomfortable because there were a lot of local peoples. They really have never seen a person going out in the field and filming a video there. So I had to move back to my home, and now I'm on my home terrace. Within my house compound itself, I have a lot of fruit trees. On my left you can see a lychee tree. On my right there are some mango trees as well, and the fruits have just started to come, and hopefully I'm also going to be back here in a couple of months again, and hopefully I'll see them when they are ripe as well, and I'll also share some more videos during that time. I'm going to talk about the various aspects of the lens, and will discuss them in few categories which you will see in this video as well. This lens for? Okay, so when we talk about the 24 mm lens, I feel it is a great segue into wide angle photography, and it is wide enough that you can go ahead and click some photography genres like landscape, and also it can still act as a kind of a general purpose standard lens also. Now most professional landscape photographers will opt for a wider angle lens like a 14 mm or an 18 mm lens for landscape photography, but I feel those lenses are very specialized and may not find any use outside of those landscape genres. How does a 24 mm compare in terms of field of view? Now when you consider a 24 mm lens, then it gives you roughly around 86 degrees field of view. That's the range of view which you can cover in your frame, and when compared to a 50 mm, which will give you approximately 45 degrees of field of view. So if you in fact go ahead and choose a 24 mm lens, you'll be getting approximately double of what you can see with your 50 mm lens. If you want to invest in a 24 mm lens, then there are a lot of affordable options, and especially for a 24 mm 2.8 lens. Now here are some of the options which I also can recommend for other brands like Sony, Fuji and Canon. Now there is also a very highly specialized 24 mm lens which is the 1.4 version, and I feel it may not find use probably outside a very specialized genre, say like a wedding photography. And I in fact did go ahead and bought a 24 mm 1.4 lens second hand, and frankly speaking I haven't used it much, and honestly I wish I could have used it more, but I feel it is a very highly specialized lens and also not very lightweight that I can actually carry it around everywhere. Also, I wanted to mention that if you already own a high quality zoom lens, say like 24-70 2.8, then you may not need a separate 24 mm lens. And my emphasis is on a high quality lens. If you still own a kit lens in this focal length range, that's the 24 mm, then I would still feel that you will benefit if you go with a standalone prime lens with 24 mm. Who should absolutely get this lens? I feel for a photography genre like a wedding photography, this lens could be quite essential. And especially if you want to capture your wedding environment, all the festivities around, and also your subject in those festivities, then 24 mm lens is going to be quite ideal. It may not give you the blurriest of background, but still it will be quite blurry enough that you can still get a hint of your environment and also focus on your subject. Now, it could be one of the most unique lenses to pair with a zoom lens, and especially if you're going for a wedding photography. Absolutely, it's going to improve your photography, and especially if you want to include your environment in your photography and also tell a story with your environment, then this is one of the best storytelling lenses, I feel. Maybe you can, but I still feel that if you want to go with a wide angle perspective, then a 35 mm lens would be more suitable when compared to a 24 mm lens. And frankly speaking, before I started making videos, I was kind of thinking, is it really very useful to me? But now with video, I have found it to be quite useful, which I'll come in a minute. Now, one of the main benefit of having a 24 mm lens is that they can be very lightweight and very easy to carry, and especially well suited for a lot of general purpose photography, travel photography, and you can actually have them on your camera for most of the time. One of the best uses of 24 mm lens, which I feel, is its video capability, because it's quite a wide angle lens and you can capture a lot of video footage with this lens. Especially if you're on a vacation, then this lens could really be ideal, that you can have it on your camera most of the time and you will be able to click amazing vacation footage and snaps as well. I have used my 20 mm lens, which is quite close to the 24 mm focal length, and I was carrying this on my vacation to Sri Lanka recently, and I had it on my camera almost 90% of the time. Now, the best thing I like about these wide angle lenses are you can actually avoid a lot of camera shake, and especially when it is handheld, and this is not the case when you use a zoom lens, say 50 or even an 85 mm lens. You will see a lot of camera shake when you have your camera handheld. So this lens is going to be really good, especially if you want to capture some video footages also of your vacation. If you're after the most creamiest of bokeh and also blurred background, then unfortunately 24 mm lens is not for you. Even with a 1.4 version, I felt the bokeh was not that pleasing and definitely not as good as compared to even a 50 or a 35 mm lens. One thing I wanted to mention about this lens is that you will see a lot of distortion, and also some lens version will also give a lot of vignetting in your photos, which can easily be corrected in post-processing, but just have this in mind when you purchase this lens, and you will not be getting very straight lines when you are clicking your photos. Finally, in this section, I wanted to talk a little bit about who this lens might not be for. And I feel that this lens is definitely not for people who are aiming for, say, a wildlife photography, which is on the other end of the spectrum. And for wildlife photography, you would go with more of a zoomed in lens. This lens is also not for people who want to do a lot of portrait photography. You'll see a lot of distortion in your subject, and it may not be the most flattering photos you'll take. If you still want to do a wide angle portrait photography, then I feel a 35mm lens would be more suited for those purposes. In case if you are really looking for those artistic portraits, then definitely you can also give 24mm a try, creating a kind of a distortion in your subject which could be more creative and artistic. So I feel a 24mm lens can still be passed as a more of a general purpose lens, and it is also versatile lens, maybe not as versatile as a 50mm lens, but if you're stuck with only a 24mm lens, I feel you can still go ahead and capture great images with this lens. So do you own a 24mm lens or any version of 24mm lens like a 2470 zoom lens? I would love to hear an opinion from you, and especially would like to know what you use this lens for. And I will see you in another video. Till then, happy clicking and bye from this amazing field here.